and welcome back to my channel. First and foremost, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I will show you some statistics here that show how many of you watch my videos but don't subscribe, so please do hit that subscribe button because I really appreciate it. This game week, it started off so well. Normally they start off badly and then get good. This was the opposite. It started off well and then just flopped basically. I was meant to record a video picking my team and I didn't because I went on a night out which went too far and I was incredibly hungover the next day, so I didn't get a chance to film it. But I ended up making 2 transfers, which meant I took a -4 hit, and that's damaged me this week. I got an okay score for the game week, but the -4 has actually taken me down. So I've got a red arrow for my overall rank, which is so frustrating. But hopefully I will learn the art of patience for this game week, and I am planning to take it slow. But we will have a look at my team and see what my plans are. 51 points is respectable. However, as I said, I took a -4 hit and now I'm down to 47. My overall rank, that's not real. I'm not at 125,000. I think it was more like 250,000 maybe, 210,000. I will have it in the thumbnail so you can see how accurate I was. Very annoying. Why did I take the -4? So just to catch you up, I bought in Kilman and I bought in Zaha. Kilman, so firstly, I would not have decided to go for Kilman. I spoke to the wisest FPL player there is, FPL Raptor, and asked for some advice. I had, I think, 4 players I was thinking of bringing in. He suggested Kilman, and then I thought, yes, you are wise. I will follow that advice. So thank you, Ross, if you're watching, because you secured me 6 points this game week. But let's go through my team as per usual. Ward, 6 points. I'm pleased with that. Pope also got me 6 points, so I didn't have the sort of battle of the goalkeepers this week, which I'm really happy about, because I was nervous that Pope was going to suddenly haul. Goalkeepers did so well this week. But it was decent. The game itself, Leicester against Palace, wasn't really that interesting. 0-0, kept a clean sheet. Good to go, not much more to say. I am going to come to Man City at the end because I have so many feelings. Trippier, again, really pleased with how he got on. He played for the full 90 minutes and Newcastle kept a clean sheet. Their upcoming fixtures, I'm also feeling positive about. So we've got Everton this week, and this is one where the team I'm picking this week is more because I have to than because I want to. But I can confirm Trippier I want to play, and I would really want him to play this Everton fixture. So we're looking good. I'd quite like to bring in a Newcastle striker, but I don't think I have the capacity to do so this week. But I'm feeling good about Newcastle against Everton. So thankfully we have one positive coming up in game week 12. And then Kilman, I'm glad I brought him in, kept a clean sheet and played for the full 90 minutes. What more can you ask for, to be honest, from your defenders? Really happy with that. And I think that went quite a long way in my team this week. Martinelli, a flat performance, I will say. Unfortunately, he had no input in the goal that Arsenal did score, but it's fine. We've got 3 points. It could be a lot worse. And then with Arsenal, I am so looking forward to them being back in game week 13. I wish they were playing in game week 12 because I have got my eye on some Arsenal players. They are looking so good this season, and I think they're going to do really well against Southampton Forest. As a Chelsea fan, I hope they lose, but I don't know. I think I'll be very nervous about that fixture, as I always am with Chelsea fixtures. Yeah, definitely up until game week 15, I am looking to bring in those Arsenal players. So Martinelli will be staying put. Maddison. Now, I said in my last video, Maddison just sums up what FPL is like because he had that absolute amazing game week against Forest, brought in so many points, so many people were really, really happy. I was one of them. I was delighted. And then last week he basically blanked. And then this week it goes into extra time and then he gets a yellow card and he's suspended. So annoying. This just adds to the headache of the blank game week 12 because I thought Maddison was fixed. I thought James was fixed. Had to get rid of James for Kilman. It's just the problems are piling up for game week 12 and Maddison hasn't helped me with that. So I think realistically this week I'm looking at either transferring out De Bruyne or Maddison. I think I'm going to go with Maddison. Sorry, I just choked. Looking at Leicester's fixtures, they're fine. I would quite like to have him for the Everton game. I'm not glued to that, so I'm not really that fast if I transfer out Maddison a little bit earlier than planned. I wanted him for game week 12 and he can't play, so cheers for that, Maddison. But thank you for the haul, thank you for the memories. We had some good times in the 2 weeks you were on my team. 3 weeks you were on my team. It all went downhill after the first week, but it's okay. He might come back again some point in the season. Andreas. I have a new love. Honestly, this man, he got an assist. Couldn't believe it. I really thought after last week that was the best we'd seen. We were going to see of Andreas and the luck would run out. Again, I had him starting because he was the best option not to put on my bench. But I mean, hats off to you, man. I am so happy. Deeply disappointed he didn't get any bonus points because in my eyes, he was just perfect. I am so glad he got me an assist. So hats off to you, Andreas. 5 points, really pleased with that. Zaha, in my eyes, a bit of a flop. Kept a clean sheet, played for 76 minutes. But I don't know what I'm expecting from Zaha. Probably more of the game week 2 to 5 scenario where we're getting like 7 points, 12 points would be really nice. But on the plus side, he is playing in Game Week 12 and his run of fixtures look brilliant, especially Wolves, Everton, Southampton, Forest, Fulham, Bournemouth, all of them. Okay, we'll throw in West Ham, why not? Let's get positive for Zaha. I am glad, and I did really want to get some Palace players in because of this run of fixtures. He may just be one that we need a little bit of patience with and then he'll warm up and it'll be fine. And to give him some credit, he's only been in my team for 1 game week. I brought him in this week. So 3 is a solid warm up to the inevitable 12-point haul. That's what I'm going for, 12 points. Thank you, Zaha, looking forward to it. And then Tony, what a man, what a man. This was where it was so nice posting on Twitter about Tony doing well. I was there, I think it was the Friday night, I was on my sofa, I was tweeting away, I was so excited, absolutely over the moon. And then I had people DMing me like, oh, finally you got your Tony haul. And yes, I did. I have banged on about Tony week after week after week. And this is why, 12 points, thank you. 2 goals scored. It was, if anything, I felt greedy after a while because 1 goal would have been enough for me, but 2, absolutely amazing. They kept a clean sheet as well, which added to the points. And then obviously Tony got the 3 bonus points because he is the man. I'm so glad, so delighted. I even messaged him to say congratulations because I was so happy. He obviously didn't read it, but I am absolutely delighted. Tony will be staying for forever. No, maybe not forever. Brentford's fixtures do look okay, but they are playing Chelsea next week, which is nerve-wracking. But after that, I will be delighted and cheering Tony on once more. Whereas next game week, it's going to be a bit more of a tense one. Obviously, pleased for my fantasy Premier League team, but sad as a fan if Chelsea concede goals. Now, into City. Look at those. I think I said in my last video that I relied on City to bring in the points, and this week City brought in 8 points in total, bearing in mind Haaland was also my captain. And to put that into context, I mean, Andreas and Zaha between them got the same amount of points. So yeah, not the best, but the City-Liverpool game, my goodness, it was so good. I kind of wish I didn't have any City players playing in it because I think I would have enjoyed it a lot more, whereas I swear, every 5 minutes the commentary was like, De Bruyne to Haaland. I was like, yes, an assist and a goal. Didn't happen. But on the plus side, they played really, really well. It's just a shame that the effort doesn't really translate into Fantasy Premier League sometimes. Obviously, I've got the 3 of them not playing in Game Week 12. So by the time they're back, I would have gotten over this. It'll be fine and it'll be a fresh start. I think I will potentially be bringing out De Bruyne and making room for someone else. Because as much as he has impressed me, I just think there may be better options out in the market. The only thing that makes me a bit nervous about not having 3 City players is their fixtures. They have a good run of fixtures coming up and I can see them securing a lot of points through those. But I feel as though maybe I just need to venture off a little bit. And as I said, I'm really interested in some Arsenal players. So it'll be something to think about. I'll see how things are from Game Week 13 because my new plan is to take things slow. At the start of the season, I was very good. I was like, I'm not going to make a knee-jerk reaction. I will take it easy, roll the transfer. I was so laid back. It was ridiculous. Now that I've taken a -4 hit, there's just no stopping me. I am taking those -4s. It's not a good habit to get into. I've done 2 in a row. That's not healthy. I was planning to take no -4s. We need to take it easy, see how things go. I may still have my 3 City players by Game Week 13. Who knows? There's plenty that could change between now and then. And also the amount of injuries that are happening right now. Come on, give me a break. And then on the bench, Watkins, I was very nervous that he was going to score. He kept on popping up. I thought, no, it's not the time for you. And then Nico Williams, just as expected. And then Emerson still has his red card, haven't got enough transfers to do anything about him, so he's just firmly on the bench for now, pushed away to one side. In terms of transfers, now people, when I tell you I have thought of every which way to bring Salah in, or to bring Kane in, or potentially Son, But they involve, well, not Son, but Salah and Kane involve taking a -4. And what have I just said? I'm not doing that. I'm not rushing into things. No knee-jerk reactions. We are long-term thinking here, long-term planning. So just know that I have considered the option. My approach to Game Week 12 is that it's not going to be very good. But I think there are plenty of people that won't have thought ahead. Similar to me, I did try to think ahead, but then James happened and then Maddison happened and it's just all exploded. But fingers crossed, the average is really low, so I'll either scrape it or potentially be below it, but everyone else will have had a bad game week, so it won't really impact me too much. So I don't think this is the time to take my -4 hit. My thought process is, I could take out Maddison, and the temptation is to go for Trossard, who I've also seen as a very popular pick, which kind of puts me off, or Sterling. And if you remember my wildcard video, he was in my original draft because I felt some good things about Sterling. Now, to throw a spanner in the works, Mason Mount has suddenly just become amazing, which again, I predicted in a couple of videos ago. I said, is this the Mount resurgence? I still think I want a bit more time to consider Mount, but that is an option to replace Maddison, and at least I'll have someone playing. And then at least I have that long-term choice playing, because my thing with Trossard is he'd probably only be a 1-week punt and then I'd want to take him out. But by game week 13, I'm planning to take out De Bruyne for someone else. So I don't want to just do a pointless transfer for 1 week when actually I could save another transfer. Do you get the thought process? There's a lot of words coming out right now. But to help me out, I am going to check Fantasy Football Hub, my old friends. They have a really amazing feature, which is an AI team selection. And then it shows you the best predicted team for that game week, which I love looking at. And sometimes if there are similar players to what I'm thinking, I'm like, right, I'm on the right track. And also it tends to be really accurate. So we will check Fantasy Football Hub, and this is now a good time to say that if you want to sign up to Fantasy Football Hub, you can do so using the link in my description. It's such a useful tool and my go-to website app whenever someone asks me for advice on their team, because I'm semi-sure of the advice I give, but it's nice to have Fantasy Football Hub just to back me up and make sure I am on the right page. Game week 12, ooh, okay. Trossard and Sterling are in that. Now, the thing that tips me over to Trossard is the fact that they're playing Forest, and that would be a really decent fixture to have Trossard for. But interestingly, Sterling is in there, and they're playing Brentford. Potentially I could go for Sterling. And the other important thing for this game week is captaincy is going to make such a big difference. There's going to be such a big variation in captaincy choices, and that's what could make me stand out from the crowd. So in my mind, I think, well, I should go for Trossard then. But then a lot of people are going to go for Trossard as well because they're thinking the same way. Or should I take a bit of a risk, bring in Sterling? I don't know. There are so many decisions. I mean, the rest of the team is just nothing like my team. So we're not having the highest hopes. I do hope that I will get to a point where I have Salah, Son and Kane again, because it will feel like the olden days where in previous seasons, they were just always my go-to 3 on rotation. And especially when it came to captaincy, but I don't know, we'll see how things go. Fantasy Football Hub also has the best wildcard team selection, so this is longer term. And Sterling, so this could be a game changer. Sterling is in that. I am tempted by Sterling. Have I said it? Say it one more time, Yelena. Sterling. Okay, well that's given me something to think about at least. The other thing I am trying to do more of is look at the long-term fixtures, and I think if it came between Kane and Salah, I would lean towards Salah. So my options would be to, this week, take out Maddison for Trossard, and then probably captain Trossard, and then next week, take out De Bruyne and bring in Salah. And then that works out because Liverpool are playing Forest. And again, as much as it pains me, because I really want Forest to do well, seeing Liverpool today against City, I think that's kind of a no-brainer where that's going to go with the result. But then I have Trossard for the City game, which isn't that great. But then I could bench Trossard. Right, let me know in the comments what you think I should do this game week. As I said, there are many ways I could bring in some premium players this week, but I don't want to take a -4 hit. So one transfer, that's it, and then maybe a bit of a long-term planning situation. I think potentially Trossard this week, then Salah next week, depending on how Salah performs this week, is the way to go. And then I can take out Trossard and bring in someone else in game week, where are we now? In game week 14, potentially. I feel like I'm just talking in this video now. I will wrap it up there, but yes, do let me know in the comments what you think I should do. That's my plan for this game week. I'm not feeling massively optimistic that this is going to be my week to shine. I think game week 16 is where I'll start to get the hang of things, so we have a few more weeks to get through. But to see whether I do stay patient and only use one free transfer, please do follow me on Twitter at Yelena FPL. I will post my team just ahead of the deadline so you can all look and judge what I do. I don't know. Fingers crossed it's okay. But as I said, you can follow me on Twitter, keep up with my team there. Also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next video.